Hello, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss another function of DB2 SQL, which is floor. So first of all, I will show you the requirement, like in which scenario we need to use this floor function, and then we will see like how we can utilize this function inside our SQLRPGLE program. Okay, so let's go to the session B, where I am using this floor function. Not the floor function, but firstly I will show you the data. Okay, so here I will write one query, select star from Sharmit1 slash emp, which is my table name. Hitting enter, you can see there are multiple columns. So if I do shift F8, then you will see one more column, which is rating. So here you can see that we have stored the data as 1.5, which is a float value, and these are the extra float values, right? Now suppose you want to fetch this rating data, rating column in SQLRPGLE program, but you want output like if the value is in points, you just want of integer value, lowest integer value. Okay, so it means 1.5 should be converted to 1 only, 1.2 should be converted only 1. If there is value to 10.5, then it should show only 10. Okay, in our previous session we discussed about the ceiling function. So what ceiling function was doing, like it was converting the 1.5 to 2, 1.1 to 2, means it was going upside, but floor function will go downside, so it will make the 1.5 as 1. Okay, so this is the requirement. If you want such scenario in your SQL, such value in SQLRPGLE program, then you need to use this floor function. So let's see how we can use it in SQLRPGLE program. So here first of all, what we are doing, we are declaring one constant SQL state underscore valid. If the query is executed successfully, means this constant we will use to validate the query if it retrieves the data properly or not. Okay, then we have one variable declared with the name result zone decimal. Okay, so whatever the value floor will return, it will come as a result in a result variable. Then we are setting the commitment control equals to star none, and below to this we are executing one query. So this commitment control is not mandatory in this case, because we are just reading the data. Until or unless you are updating the data, you don't need this function, right? This commit none. Okay, then we are using the query exec SQL select, and then we are passing the column function. Function name is floor and column is rating. So what it will do, it will calculate the floor value for the rating column, and then it will store it into the result variable. Okay, and that data is coming from Sharmit1 slash emp table. Fetch first row only. Okay, we are just fetching the first row. Then we are checking the query. If SQL state equals to SQL state underscore valid, then we will print the result, and else we will print the SQL state along with the error. Query ended with an error. Then end if, and then ILNR equals to star on. So let's go and quickly compile this program and call this program. So you can see we are getting the output as 1. But if you look at the table data, the actual data is 1.5. But floor function converted it to 1 only. Okay, so this is the advantage of floor function, and the syntax is quite simple. You just need to write floor, and inside that whatever the value you are passing, whatever the variable you are passing, it will calculate the floor value for that particular variable. Okay, now let's see how we can use this on DB2 SQL query. The same way you need to follow here, the same process. You just need to write floor, then inside parenthesis you can pass your column name, which is here you can pass the column name rating, and then simply hit enter. So it will calculate the floor for each and every value of the column, although we haven't stored anything here. Okay, but for the first one it converted to 1.0. Okay, so this is how floor works. Most of the time people may ask questions in interview like what is the difference between floor and ceiling function. So you can easily explain them that floor function is something which convert your decimal into downside integer value, and ceiling is a function which converts your decimal value upside integer value. You can relate it with building. Okay, in building we have ceiling at the top and floor at the bottom. So likewise the value will move. If you are using ceiling, it will go to the top. If you are using floor, then it will go to the bottom. Okay, so this is how you can remember this point. So yeah, that's all for this floor function. I hope it is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.